We're here to celebrate. We have every reason and justification for just giving our hearts and souls to being happy today and rejoicing in your goodness, because we're so delighted for this couple to become a husband and wife.
These two come to this place assured that God has made his intention for their union certain. In our presence and with God's encouragement, they'll pledge themselves to each other and establish a covenant before God, promising to remain faithful to one another for a lifetime. We witnessed his joining you together as husband and wife. And so, Brody and Emma, we promise to encourage you and to hold you accountable to your vows. As Brody and Emma present themselves for marriage, they've realized in each other God's intended partner for life. They love one another today and are confident that God will be faithful to establish their love over a lifetime. Brody, is your intention to take Emma as your wife, sharing all that you are and all that you have with her for the rest of your life? If so, please respond, it is. Brody is your husband, sharing all that you are and all that you have with him for the rest of your life. If so, please respond, it is. Challenges and difficulties are part and parcel with life, and the difficulties do not dictate your marriage. Sitting in the overstuffed chair in your living room with your wife on your lap, burying her head into your chest while her tears soak your shirt, and holding her till she believes everything will be all right, this will give you happiness and success in marriage. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Lieutenant and Mrs. Brody Taylor.
But baby, I just wanna be good as you.
Always spend quality time with each other, and don't forget to tell you that you love each other.
Make sure too that when you spend time together that you're actually present with each other. It's gonna be really easy to just physically be there, but your mind's elsewhere. You really have to try to not have that focus.
I want to tell them not to worry about the small things. Don't fight over small things, because in 3 days you won't even remember what you were fighting about.
Another thing is, don't go to bed mad.
Congratulations from Jiddu, which is grandfather, and from me on such a beautiful wedding, and the exchange of your vows was just heavenly. We hope you'll have a long and very happy marriage, and our best advice to you is always really consult each other for anything major and think twice.
Well, if I could say anything from what I have experienced and what I know, is to always do your best to make her laugh. Even when she's so mad, probably because of you, always try to make her happy.
You shouldn't be afraid to say, yes, dear.
Brody and Emma, my marriage advice for you would be to apologize whenever you think that you're wrong, or even if you don't think you're wrong, and have feelings for the other person's point of view. But always try to apologize and make things right.
Brody, Emma, always remember to what? Okay, cut. Brody and Emma, never ever go to bed angry. Right? That's a good one. Never go to bed angry, then you wake up. Okay, cut that last part out.
Emma and Brody, we wish you the best of luck. Your marriage is going to be great. Just remember to never go to bed angry and to always work things out. To love each other no matter what, because there's going to be ups and downs. And we just love you and wish the best for you.
Love you guys.
I would say that marriage is a journey, and sometimes it's going to be rough.
Or canceled or rerouted.
Yeah, and there's going to be also awesome times and really awesome adventures, and you're going to have great memories. But the important thing is that you stick through it all together.
Definitely.
Tell each other that you love each other every day, and always kiss me goodnight.
That's true.
Well, I'm sure that by now you've heard a lot of advice from a lot of great married couples, so I'm not sure how much more we can impart on you. But I think if you look at marriage, not as a 50-50 proposition, but as a 90-10 proposition, each of you giving 90% and only expecting or wanting 10% in return, then you'll be all right. Go to bed every night loving each other, wake up every morning the same way. I think you'll be great.
We love you both and we wish you a beautiful life together.
I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress.
The shark doo-doo song.
The dancer.
It was kind, it was loving, it was joyful, and everybody had fun.
My favorite part was the ice cream cart with all the different flavors. I love the Oreo cookie.
I liked how they danced.
Dancing.
My favorite part was taking pictures and dancing.
My favorite part about Brody and Emma's wedding was getting to hold Brody's ring and give it to the chaplain.
My favorite part was just standing there and watching as Brody looked at Emma. I could tell he truly loved her. Whatever. I saw the tears forming up in his eyes, and it almost just made me want to cry too, knowing my brother was so happy to be with her. It was amazing. I just wanted to cry myself.
I think it was just that they're filled with love and happiness, and I think this marriage will last, and it's so much fun.
I'll try to make it through without crying, so nobody sees. Yes, you wanna get married.
Thank you for having me over. Thank you for having me over.
Thank you for having me over.
Thank you for having me over.
Well, I guess when Brody was around 5 or 6, his mom, Christine, was washing him. He was at my house. I was like, I don't even know if I was born yet, and we had stairs going downstairs and up, and his mom told him to go downstairs and get my parents for something, and there was a mirror just like right at the top of the stairs, and he goes whap, and turns right into the mirror, and I guess he went, hit it, and fell right back. My parents just started laughing so hard. So, I mean, don't run into any windows.
It was when we were coming to visit. We were upstairs playing in their playroom, and Brody and Emma walk in, and everyone went to go hug Emma and not Brody. And Brody was just like, hey, what about me, guys? And Emma was just like, oh, we don't care about you.
Well, I don't have many of y'all together, but the one that I do have is the longest that we had is when we went to go meet Finley for the first time, and he's left the wedding, which is why I'm telling this right now. And we went to go meet him, and it was really awkward, and Brody just talked the whole time and made jokes, and Emma and me, we just all talked, and Finley and I felt very, very awkward as we sat there. And yeah, it was really great, and I just want to thank y'all for hooking me up with some very interesting individuals for all these dances. I will never forget them, and forget what a great opportunity y'all gave me. So thanks!
Hey Emma, I'm sure you remember this, but I was sitting in the audience of your dance recital. You were going to be tapping to a number, and over the loudspeaker we hear, would Miss Joellen Schwarzman please come backstage? And I sat in the audience wondering what was going on, and come to find out you broke your jaw because you were spinning around in circles in tap shoes. And I had to ride in the car holding your hand the entire time while we got you, dropped me off so you could go to the hospital and get your jaw wired shut. And it was a terrible time, but it's one of my favorite memories because it was you doing something we both loved, and I got to hold your hand and I got to be there for you, and that's something that I want to do for you for the rest of your life. Emma, I love you so much, and I've always got your back. And Brody, you're now Emma's husband, which means I've got yours too. Congratulations, you guys.
So, one of my favorite memories with Emma is us staying up all night reading Red Bull books. So we had about the entire collection, the whole series together, and we were on different ones at different times, and we would just stay up after everybody went to bed. We'd have reading lamps on, and we would sit and read until we passed out, and that was just such a moment for us to connect and be brother and sister together.
Tell me why we even trying to deny this feeling. I feel it, don't you feel it too?
Congratulations from your Tennessee roommates. We're so happy for you. We've enjoyed living with you, and we love you forever.
The youngest one.
Congratulations, Emma and Brody. I'm so happy for you. You My favorite part of the wedding was the sword thing because it was really cool and really fun to watch. So I love you both, and I hope you have the best time.
Congratulations, Emma and Brody. I'm really happy for you guys.
Right, left, left, right, low, right, left, left, right, low, right. Detail, halt. Inward, face. Draw. Sword. The Marine Corps requires a kiss to pass. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing for the first time in public, Lieutenant and Mrs. Brody Taylor. Ready, turn. Swords. Cut! Dismissed!
Girl Gianna, escorted by the ring bearer Oliver. Next we have our bridesmaids and a groomsman. First is going to be Lily, escorted by Joseph. Next we have Nell, escorted by Patrick. Now we have Juliana, escorted by Clayton. Next we have Grace and Andy. Next we have Hannah, escorted by Teddy. Now we have Heather and Ryan. Then we have our maid of honor, Heidi, escorted by our best man, William. Yes, and now, family, it's my pleasure to introduce the new Brody and Emma. Yes, picture this for a wedding party. Tonight is just getting started.
You have to do the other side?
45-degree angle. Oh, it's just a small piece. That's so small.
Do you have a plate to put it on?
Now dish it with the sword too.
You gotta feed her with the sword.
Feed her with the sword. Stab it.
It's such a small piece.
It doesn't matter.
Get your hands dirty.
Are they gonna smash it?
It's not cutting.
Anything
and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Taylor. We have two more special dances. The first one.
We'll stand together and we'll take them home. So if you need me, just call my name. Know the difference between sleeping with someone and sleeping with someone you love. I love you ain't no pick up line, so always stay humble and kind.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to start it with a quick thank you. Thank you to everyone that came out to celebrate Emma and Brody on their union. And thank you to everyone that made today possible. So my name is Heather Ellis and I was Emma's roommate in college. So it was a funny story of how we met. So it was first day, we were in the same orientation group and we were all in a circle. And I'm looking around trying to see who I can make friends with. And then Emma's she's looking at me like smiling, you know how she does. And I was like, wow, this girl is kind of weird. And she freaked me out and she she introduced herself and then I invited her in my room and we had tea and we bonded over tea. And we've been best friends ever since. And I first met Brody when he came up to help Emma move out freshman year and I could instantly see the connection that they had. And I love being able to watch their love grow for each other over the past 3 years. Emma, I'm extremely proud of you, everything that you've accomplished. I can't wait to see where you go in the future. Brody, same as you. So remember to always cherish each other, love each other. I pray that your marriage is filled with lifelong love and blessings and happiness. In the words of Lee Bryce, be a best friend, tell the truth, overuse I love you. So let's all say cheers to the new Mr. and Mrs. Cheers!
Good evening, everyone. Usually the best man gives the best man speech, so I'm not the best man, but I'm one of the best men. My name is Patrick Glenn, and I am Brody's oldest brother-in-law. I've known Brody since he was about 3. So I've known him longer than the best man has. I'm so nervous. I'm kidding. My wife said, oh my God, they're giving him a mic. It's too true. So the first time I met Brody, my wife and I had just started dating at the time, and I'd come home to meet the whole family, and you know, he was just this little guy, and how little guys, you know, how they like to be rough and tumble and, you know, mess around with the bigger kids. So we were sitting on the couch watching TV, and I got up to go help his mom, Christine, with something, and I came back, and he's sitting in my seat, and I looked at him, and I don't know where he heard this from, but he looked at me and says, "Move your foot, lose your foot." I'm like, I don't think that's how that goes, man. Or maybe it was lose your seat, move your foot. It's close enough. Close enough. I said it wrong. So did he, though, so it's okay. No, so a few years later, they came out to Montana, where my wife then, God, she's beautiful. Look at her. We were living in Montana, and the family came out to visit us, and we went to Yellowstone Park. And I was holding Brody on my shoulders as we were walking through this one section. I told you there was a buffalo, right? So there was a buffalo. We came across this huge buffalo, and I was like, oh my God, we're all gonna die. But I didn't say that. So Brody was, he just kind of, like, I could feel him choking me out, and I knew he was kind of getting scared. I was like, okay, I gotta play it cool for this kid, or he's gonna freak right out. Turns out his little sister Shannon was the one who freaked out, so he did well on that. He did well on that. Yeah, but so then, you know, fast forward a few years, and Brody, he decided he was going to go to VMI, and when I got out of the Marine Corps as an enlisted man, I knew I was going to be an officer someday. I just didn't know where. This guy, his name was Gunnery Sergeant Fields. He was one of the largest men I've ever seen in my life. He gave me a set of lieutenant's bars as a goal, and I was able to, upon Brody's graduation from high school, give those lieutenant's bars to him, and he earned them. He did a great job, and I don't think anybody else. Well, there's a few more guys in here that have also deserved them and have earned them, but Brody, congratulations. Well done. Here for Brody. So, Emma, you're part of this huge, crazy clan now. Doesn't she just look so beautiful? Let's give Emma a hand. All right, well, you gave me the mic, man. This is my time. So, a few words of wisdom. I'm a pilot in the Air Force, and they usually say to us, keep the shiny side up. And that means the top of the jet, right? And there's a couple things we need to go flying. Wings, a compass, and a pilot. And our good friend Paul, he says, and the two shall become one, right? So when I strap the jet on, I kind of become one with that jet. But as my wife tells me every time we drive somewhere, if I wasn't for the compass, I'd be lost. So that compass is important, and it always points north. So even though you are going to be the pilot of this relationship, Emma, you're the compass, okay? So you're the one that's always going to be leading the way and telling him which way is north to keep the shiny side up. And I also said something about the wings. So the wings are an important part. And in God is an important part of this marriage, any marriage. And without those wings, we don't go flying. And without God, marriages don't work. So keep him first. You keep her second. Keep the core third. And if you keep those priorities straight, you guys are going to be, like Colonel Park said, the last one standing on the dance floor when you've been married for 55, 65 years. So everyone, I invite you to raise your glasses and cheers with me to the bride and groom.
Bride and groom.
So we are the siblings of Emma. I am Will.
Heidi.
Grant.
Gigi.
And Gigi just walked up to me and goes, shh, and she shoves a caramel candy in my pocket. And I think that very much describes the nature of all of our sibling relationships, and because of that, it's needless to say that Emma is, for all of us, one of our best friends.
Aww.
So when we have to share a best friend with somebody, we tend to vet him pretty hard, and I apologize, Brody, if there was ever a time when that was kind of too hard. But in knowing you through Emma, two of the things that really stood out to me about your character is that you are a protector and a provider in your relationship to your siblings and to your mom, in choosing to take up the Marine Corps. And I know that in you now being Emma's best friend, that you will be that protector and provider for her. And me, Grant, Heidi, and Gigi just really wanted to thank you for doing that for her and for being a part of her family along the way. So, to Emma and Brody.
Emma and Brody.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I think it's because he's doing the same thing.
Yeah, Brody, turn around, fellas, get your hands up. I want to get everybody to help me count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job, Brody. Yeah.
Yes, if you've been married for less than 24 hours, please have a seat. What about 1 to 2 years? Anybody 1 to 2 years been married recently? What about 5 years or less? Good. 4 and 5. Congratulations on the newlyweds. What about 6 years? What about 7 years? 8, 9 years. Sister. Dr. Bill's a great test, by the way. Top 5. What about 20 years or less? What about 25 years or less? What about 26? 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Oh, congratulations over there. 40 years or less. Wow. Look at these magic couples. Where we at? 40 years, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 45 years. 46, 47, 48, 49. The magic couple over there. Let's everybody gather around this magic couple. How many years? Is it 50? 51 magic years. Everybody gather around them and dance together. Here we go.
Where did you go? Where did you come from? Where did I go?
But it's the
Hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's alright for us. Just give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. Living on a prayer. Yeah, she's crazy, but crazy's beautiful to me. She makes plans for the weekend, can't wait to go out. Till she changes her mind and says let's stay on the couch and watch TV. And she falls asleep. I still remember when you used to be 9 years old. I was the fool for you from the bottom of my soul. Yeah, yeah. Now that you know, so to hold my love to close. Yeah, yeah. You wanna leave me, you wanna let me go. I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby. Better than I've been to myself. Been alright. Good to me. You've been so good to me. You know you make me wanna shout. Lift my head up and shout. Throw my head back and shout. Come on now, shout. Come on now, shout. Come on now, shout. Come on now, shout. Take it easy, shout. Take it easy, shout. Take it easy, shout. Take it easy, shout. A little bit fucking now, 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 shout.
noise for Brody and Emma one more time. It's been a true pleasure.